The WNBA All-Star Weekend happened here in Indianapolis. They're calling it in Miami.
Ooh,
They're saying it was Miami in Indianapolis. I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of videos. Looked like everybody was having a great time. Looks like everybody was having a blast. Now, there's a big statement coming out of the WNBA, obviously, with them saying, pay us what you owe us shirts. There's different takes on all different sides. We sent an invite to Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, to come on this particular day. Obviously, schedule is crazy. Look for us to chit-chat with her here in a while.
Hell yeah.
Because I am trying to figure it all out. Because whenever we found out what the WNBA pays their players through Caitlin Clark, she's making like 70 grand or something. They're charging $70,000 for a suite at some of these games that Caitlin Clark is playing in. Now, I know that the league's been around for 20 years. I know that it's lost money for a very, very long time here. I know they're saying like $40 million in losses potential. Now, $200 million in revenue is the total. $40 million in losses. Just quick, business everybody understands is P&L, profits and losses. $200 million in revenue, that's your gross. Then your net revenue is what you're making out of that, right? Every business has expenses. Every business has costs. For the WNBA, that's a lot. Obviously, you got like 140 players or something like that, depending upon at the time how many are hired, how many are employed, the buildings, everything else like that. They are then from that $200 million gross revenue, allegedly back here at $40 million in the red as a loss. Allegedly. We don't know what's real and what isn't real, but allegedly everybody has said they'd never turn a profit. So the immediate reaction is whenever you say pay us what you owe us, it's like you're not making any money, so what do we owe you? You owe us money. This is actually one of those things. But if we're already losing $40 million, could you not just bump them up to at least six figures? Like $70,000 as a paycheck is that's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Especially for like Caitlin Clark or all these people as a professional sports. Now, with that being said, my dad, his job, if he would have got paid $70,000 a year growing up, would have been incredibly pumped about that. But with how long the WNBA has been around, to say the $40 million loss is the reason why you can't give them money that should be pretty easy to make happen is just wild. Because if you just add 30 grand to each one of them, get that up over $100,000, it's another like 4.6 million. So you're 44.6 million in this way. There has to be $4 million you can find somewhere in here that you can give up to give the players at least a little bit more money, because I don't think the $70,000 thing is right. But I think that negotiation is going to be tough. I think it's going to be a very tough negotiation. Yeah. Now, it seems like the players, though, all in on their side of it. And then if you listen to everybody else talk, it's like, hey, business, this is how business works. You make money, you get money. That's kind of how it goes. But it's like if you're operating in a $40 million loss off of 200, there's a lot of things going wrong. We could sneak in an extra 30 grand per player for it to get up to $100,000. Hopefully that'll be a conversation. Hopefully there'll be incentive base for it to go forward. But that was the big story out of the weekend. I don't love that that's a big story out of the weekend because I thought it was a great weekend here in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Every city, every place downtown was rented out. There was massive events everywhere. Nike took over an entire basic block of Indianapolis and built it up. It was awesome. And we had a great weekend here, even though, collective bargaining is going to be the conversation going forward. And there's no reason for anybody, especially after the Stud Buds basically brought the whole world together.
That's right.
Shout out to the Stud Buds. They were just streaming their entire time here in Indianapolis. You're welcome back anytime you want. They're getting after it, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were having a good... Stud Buds were a great time.
That's Stud Buds football.
That is Stud Buds football. That is kind of what we realized this weekend. So shout out to the WNBA coming through our city. We hope you enjoyed it.